Om Shanti. Good morning, all of you. So we'll revise the Murli, the Avyak Murli, which was run yesterday during the Baba Milan turn of Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh. So let me just share the screen and show you the Murli. It was all about how to increase the service through the mind. That is called Mansa Seva. It's a lengthy Murli, so I'll just keep reading it without a lot of discussions. And then at 5:30, we'll start your sharings. So it's a revised Murli of 28th March 2006. The title being In Order to Liberate the Souls of the World from Sorrow, Increase Service Through the Mind, and Become Complete and Perfect, Sampan and Sampurna. So today Bapdada, the master of all the treasures, is seeing his children everywhere who are full with all treasures, because he's made every child a master of all the treasures. The bestower is only the one, that is Data, and he's given everyone the same amount, neither less to some or more to others. Why? Because the Father is the master of the unending treasures, Avinashi Khazani. The treasures are unlimited, and this is why every child is a master of the unending treasures. However, out of those who have imbibed them, some have imbibed all and some have imbibed a little bit according to one's capacity. So either number one or number wise. However, however much each of you has imbibed, the intoxication of the treasures is clearly visible from your face and your eyes. In Urdu or Hindi, we call fakhur. So when there is fakhur, there is no fikr, no chinta, no worry. Full of intoxication seen in eyes and the face. Souls who are full with these treasures are seen to be full from their face and their eyes. Just as you can tell from the behavior and face of a soul who has attained physical treasures. Similarly, the intoxication and happiness, nasha and khushi, of fakhur and khushi, of these imperishable treasures are also clearly visible. And this spiritual intoxication of being complete makes you a carefree emperor, befikar Badshah. Where there is godly intoxication, there can't be any worries. You've become carefree emperors, the emperors of the land without sorrow. Again, a beautiful Urdu word Baba says, Begampur ke Badshah. Begampur. No gum, no sorrow. So all of you are carefree emperors who are full of godly treasures, aren't you, right? So all of us, let us ask this question. You are emperors of the land of without sorrow. Do you have any worries? Do you have any sorrow? Ask yourself. You don't have any worries about what will happen or how it will happen because we know everything is fixed. You're those who remain stable in the Trikaldarshi stage, and you know that whatever happens will be good and that whatever is still to happen will be even better. Trikaldarshi means to know the three aspects of time, past, present, and future. Why everything will be good? Because you are the companions of the Almighty Authority Father. You always remain with Him. Each one of you has this intoxication and pride that Bapdada always stays in your heart and that you always remain on the Father's heart throne. I hope you know it's called Dil Takht. And pride, which means this ego it should be pure pride, not impure. Ego means impure pride. So you have such intoxication, don't you? You're seated on the heart throne of Baba. Therefore, even in your dreams, let alone in your thoughts, there cannot be the slightest wave of trace of sorrow. No trace of sorrow or worry or anxiety, even in dreams. Why? Because you're full of all treasures, and anything that is full does not shake. So Bapdada was seeing the stage of this completion of all the children everywhere. Bapdada checked each one's account of accumulation, Jama ka khata. You have received unending treasures, but have you used the treasures by simply using them? or have you also increased them by using them? So there are many murlis on Jama Ka Khata accumulation. So there are three main accounts of accumulation. We'll not go in those details today. What percentage is accumulated in each one's account? These treasures are not just for this present moment, but they're also going to go with you in the future. Only that which you have accumulated will go with you. So Baba is seeing that percentage. And what did he see? That all the children are doing service according to their yoga and capacity. But the difference is created in their accumulating the fruit of service. Seva ke phal mein farak hai. Baba saw a few children's accounts of accumulation. They do a lot of service, but the sign of accumulating the fruit of service is when the souls who are doing service claim 100% in the thoughts, words, and deeds. 100 marks in all the three. Mansa, Vacha, Karmana, 100%. They did service, but at the time of doing service or even after doing service, if they are content with themselves in their mind, Santushta, and also the souls whom they have served and those who were their companions in service, Seva Sati we call, and those who saw, heard the ones doing that service, if they also become content, then you can understand that they have accumulated, right? So indirectly it is contentment in service. If there isn't contentment within the self and in the others, then the percentage that is accumulated is reduced. You have already been told the accurate method of service. If three things are done accurately with the right method, you accumulate. Therefore, we say, Vidhi se Siddhi. Right method will give you proper success. And you have been told, Baba now said these beautiful three words I'll say in Hindi because it's easy to remember in Hindi. It's Bhav, Bhavna, and Swabhav. The first is Bhav, that is consciousness of being an instrument, Nimit Bhav. Second is feelings of humility, so Bhavna, and Bhavna means Nirman Bhavna or Nirman Chit. So Nimit Bhav, Nirman Chit or Nirman Bhavna. And third is Swabhav. So which here it is mentioned, again it's not an exact translation in English because there's no such beautiful word. It's Nirmal Swabhav and Nirmal Vani. Fantastic words. Nirmal. Mal means male in Hindi. So without any male or without any pollution or corruption in your thoughts and words. So Baba says pure nature. It's a beautiful word to say is pure nature and pure words. So I'll just repeat in Hindi three things. Bhav, Bhavna and Swabhav. So Nimit Bhav, Nirman Bhavna or Nirman Chit, what we call Chit means again the heart. And third is Swabhav, which is Nirmal Swabhav and Nirmal Vani, which is words. So intention, feeling, and nature. If even one aspect is less, if you have one and not the other two, or if you have two and not the third one, then that weakness reduces the percentage you accumulate. So check for yourself in all these four subjects: instrument consciousness, humility in feelings, or pure nature and pure words. Have I accumulated in my account in all the four subjects? That's what Baba is trying to say for these four subjects today. Not Gyan, Yog, Dharana, Seva, but in these ways today. Bhavna, Bhav, and Swabhav. So why? Because Babdada has seen that of the four things that Baba has spoken about, some children write a lot of service about these four things, but according to that, their account of accumulation is less. So we do service with all these four aspects, but again, it becomes percentage and the accumulation is less. So check every treasure. The treasure of knowledge means, did I create every thought and perform every action while being knowledgeful? It was not ordinary, was it? Now Baba is covering all these four: knowledge, yoga, dharana, and seva. So whether I did actions being knowledgeful or it was just sadharan, ordinary. Then yoga means that the treasure store of all the powers is full, shaktiya, sarva shaktiman. So check the timetable of every day. Was the power that was needed according to the time available when it was ordered? Because a master, almighty authority means a master. It should not be that when the time has passed, you continue to think about that power. If the power is not able to emerge at the time when it is ordered, if you're not able to make one power function under your orders, how would you claim a right to the kingdom that is free from obstacles? How many treasures of the powers have you accumulated? Whatever you are able to use at that right time is accumulated. Are you continuing to check what your accumulation is? So Baba is again and again today pointing that you can accumulate in your account only when you use it appropriately at the appropriate time with the appropriate method. Bab Dada has deep love for all the children. He wants the account of accumulation of every child to be full 100%, as he said before. Third subject in Dharana 2, what is the sign of Dharana? That every action will be full of virtues, which means we say Gun Murat Karam. Whatever virtue is needed at any time, that will be visible on your face and in your behavior, Chehra and Chalan, in an emerged form, not merged. If any virtue is lacking, for instance, if you need the virtue of easiness and simplicity or sweetness at the time of performing actions, then if there is even the slightest force instead of easiness, simplicity, and sweetness in your words and actions, or if because of tiredness there isn't that sweetness, the words aren't sweet, the face is not sweet, and you're serious, then Baba is so very, uh, like he's checking us so much today. Then that would not be called being full of virtue. If there's a little bit of trace of seriousness or a little bit of tiredness, blah blah, etc., whatever we have. So Baba is saying no matter what the circumstances are, you'll fail in the dharana subject then if you're not using that. So whatever your virtues are, only those virtues should emerge. So Baba is now telling you only in short. Today he's just covered about this madhurta, sweetness, easiness, saralta, and simplicity, sadgi. And the fourth subject in service, the best sign of a server doing service is that he himself will always remain light. He'll be seen as light and happy. And the fruit of service is happiness. This we call in Hindi pratyaksh pramar, or instant fruit. So when I do service, it makes me feel happy. It doesn't. It should not be I serve and then I become heavy. Oh, so much of service I became tired. No, on the contrary, service unconditional, not any swarth, not for any selfish means. It will make you happy and light. Now, Baba is explaining if while doing service your happiness disappears, that is then not accumulated in your account of service. You did service, gave your time, you made effort, and so a little percentage would be accumulated for this as a formality from Baba. But it would not go to waste, obviously, but it would not be accumulated as much as it should be. However, you will not accumulate as much percentage as you should. So in the same way, so we saw Gyan Yog Dharana Seva. Next is Sambandh Sampark, coming in contact and relation. That's the fifth one. So in the same way, the sign of this in terms of relationships and connections is the attainment of blessing. That is duaon ka khata jama karna. Whoever you come into contact or relationship with, blessings should emerge from you from their mind naturally. You don't have to force them, oh, give me blessing. No. Very good. Not externally, but from their heart within. Blessings should emerge from their heart, and if you have attained their blessings, then to receive blessings is also a very easy method to make effort. It reminds me about Dadi Janki and Baba. If you can't do any service, forget mansa vacha karmana. Just keep doing things in such a way that you keep earning blessings from people, because that will really make your effort very fast. To receive blessings is a very easy method to make effort. Don't give lectures. And okay, your service through the mind is also not powerful because your mind is a bit weak. And you don't even know how to create new plans, which means you're not inventor buddhi. Your intellect is not inventor type, doesn't matter. But the easiest method of all for making effort is to give blessings and receive blessings. Bab Dada reads the thoughts in the minds of many children, and according to the time and their circumstances, some children say, "Oh Baba, how can I give blessings to someone who's done something bad with me?" One feels anger towards that person. How can one give blessings? And yes, anger has many children too, many little small forms of anger like irritation, frustration. Okay, that person did something bad and so he is bad. And you correctly understood that one did something bad. It is good that you made a good judgment and you understood him well. But it is one thing to understand and another to take into your heart whatever bad things the other one is doing along with the bad situations. So Baba is saying in Hindi, ek hai samajhna, dusra hai samana. Understand it, but don't keep it in your heart. There is a difference between understanding and the taking it into yourself. If you're sensible, then would a sensible person keep bad things within himself? Okay, that person is bad, and you merged it in your heart. That is, you kept that bad thing with yourself and then looked after it. That's the thing, because you just don't keep it. Then you constantly keep looking because it has become a part of your system now. So it is one thing to understand and something else to take it into yourself. So be very careful with not keeping bad things of anyone in our hearts. It is good to be sensible, understand, be that, but do not take it into yourself. This one is like that anyway, Baba. That is taking it into yourself. So even when we just comment like that about anyone, oh, this one is like that anyway, kuch bhi karo, ye sudharta nahi hai, aisa hai. That is also taking into yourself. So to interact with others with that understanding is not an act of common sense. So Baba says this much of common sense also you don't have, that you don't have to absorb in yourself that whatever other person is doing. So Bab Dada checked this very closely. Now time is not going to come close, you have to bring it close. Some ask, Baba, give us a little signal, how much long will it take? 10, 20 years? So Bab Dada is asking you children a question because you asked the father so many questions. So today, who are the ones who will bring time close? It is the drama, but who are the instruments to bring it close? You have a song, there was a song in Hindi. If anyone has tried to prevent it, has anyone been able to stop the morning from coming? किसके रुका है रुकने से, something like that in Hindi. ये वक्त जा रहा है, ये वक्त जा रहा है, something like that. किसके लिए रुका है and प्रभात आ रही है, who will stop it from coming? So who will bring the morning? Those who are working on destruction are desperate to bring about destruction. But are those, which means us, who are carrying out renewal just as ready? What would happen if the old were to be destroyed and the new were not yet ready? That is why Bap Dada has now adopted the form of a teacher instead of the form of the father. Remember, all these father, teacher, and Sadguru is subsequent. So Baba is now becoming a teacher. Baba said from 2006. You have been given homework, have you not? So a teacher is quite strict. Have you done your homework? At the end, then there will be the part of the Satguru, not Dharamraj, Satguru. So ask yourself, to what extent have I created my perfect and complete stage? Am I equal in both the stages of going beyond sound and coming into sound? Just as it is easy to come into sound whenever you want, in the same way, are you able to go beyond sound whenever and however you want? You can come into sound in a second. So, do you have the practice of going beyond sound in a second? Physically, with your body, you're able to come and go wherever you want. Similarly, through your mind and intellect, can you do the same? At the end, those who are successful in doing whatever they want, as they want, according to their orders, in a second, will receive the pass marks. Underlined from today's entire Murli. Whatever and however we want, we should be able to place that order in a second. then we'll receive at least the pass marks, not full pass or pass with honors pass. And remember, in the Lokik world, the percentage in schools is 35%, but in professional courses, once you beyond 12th, graduation and post graduation, it's 50%. And that's what even Baba says, it is 50% pass marks. Scientists are also trying to do this. Anything should be easy and it should take very little time. So, is your stage like this? Have you reached the stage of minutes or seconds? Where have you reached? Just as a lighthouse and lighthouse is able to spread its light in a second as soon as you put on the switch. In the same way, are you able to become a lighthouse and spread your light in a second? These physical eyes are able to see while sitting in one place. You're able to cast your vision far. In the same way, are you able to sit somewhere and with your third eye take others beyond with a glance? Drishti se nihal karna ya nazar se nihal karna. By being a bestower of blessings and a bestower of fortune. Bestower of blessings is Vardata and fortune is Bhagya Vidhata. Are you checking yourself in all these things? Is your third eye so clean and clear? Because if there's the slightest weakness, and in all things you have been told the reason in advance. And what is the reason? The limited attachment, the had ki bhavna of I and mine. As you were told clearly for the consciousness of I, and you were also given that homework. Here comes what Baba told us, that Nimit Bhav, the instrument consciousness is lost, and I am doing becomes predominant. You have to finish these two eyes and keep only one eye. Did everyone do this homework? Those who are successful, raise your hands. Were you successful? Bap Dada saw everyone. Have courage, don't be afraid, it is good. Then you will receive congratulations. There are very few. If you have done it, then only raise your hands. And then Baba always says, show their hands on the TV. Show those at the back. Very few of you have raised your hands. So what should we do now? All of you are amused with yourselves. Acha, now the Baba speaks about another paper. The other homework, sorry, not paper. The other homework was to renounce anger. That is easy, isn't it? Who renounced anger? Who didn't get angry in all these days? Many raised their hands. There were a few more in this. Those who didn't become angry, those who live close to you will be asked about you. That's very um, smart on Baba's part. I will say I don't get angry, but it's better to ask my relatives and my close contacts. Am I really, what am I saying is really credible or not? There are many you didn't become angry. In your thoughts, in your mind, you didn't get angry. Okay. Nevertheless, congratulations. If you had anger in your mind, but you didn't get angry in your words, even then that's great according to Baba. So you can see for yourself, according to the result, whether the work of establishment, of making the self complete and giving all the souls the inheritance of liberation is completed. To make yourself an embodiment of liberation in life, Jivan Mukt Swarup, and to enable all souls to claim their inheritance of liberation, which means Mukti ka varsa dilana sabko. This is the most elevated action of the souls who are carrying out the work of establishment. So we will get Jivan Mukti, all the other souls will get Mukti. So this is why Baba is asking, are you going to reach the stage of being free from all bondages and being liberated in life at the confluence age? Or you're going to reach that stage in the golden age? Obviously not. You have to do it in the confluence. Are you going to become complete at the confluence, or you're going to learn Rajyoga there too in the golden age? Not possible to learn there. So it is here that you have to become complete. It is here that you have to become perfect. And the time of the confluence age is the biggest treasure of all. So has the morning been stopped from coming by anyone trying to stop it? The song which Baba was saying. So what does Babdada want? The children are the lamps of father's hopes. आशाओं के सितारे, or आशाओं के दीपक rather. So check your account very well. Again, Baba remembers now the accounts of accumulation. Baba saw some children, they are very comfortable, masters of comfort. Here, Baba said two words, Mauji Ram and Mauji Lal. Just a slang in Hindi for people who feel, oh, everything is like, will happen on their own. हमें तो मजा करना है, मौज में रहना है. They are moving along in their own comfort. Whatever happens is good, okay, thus such children say. Let us enjoy ourselves now. Who is going to see the golden age? Who will know what pad, what position someone has got? So let us just make merry and enjoy. No, that's a very careless attitude which Baba says. So in the account of accumulation, Baba saw some children who are such masters of comfort. Let us enjoy ourselves. They even tell others, what do you have to do now? Just enjoy, eat, drink, and be merry. Enjoy yourself. Therefore, the Father also says, enjoy yourselves. If you are those who are going to settle for just a little, then be happy with just that much. Because the enjoyment of perishable facilities is temporary. Vinashi sadhan, Baba is saying here. If you let go of the permanent enjoyment and wish to have the enjoyment of, excuse me, sorry, temporary facilities, then what can Bab Dada say? He will just give you a signal. What else can he do? What would you say to someone who goes to a mine of diamonds and becomes happy with only 2 diamonds? Fantastic corollary. So don't be like that. Swing in the swing of the enjoyment of supersensuous joy and also in the pleasure of the imperishable attainments. Within the drama, look, even Maya's part is unique. At this time, such facilities that didn't previously exist have emerged, which means the facilities of science are so many that we have become so dependent on them for our sadhana, for our tapasya, which is a very bad thing actually. However, you also have in front of you the examples of dadis who made spiritual endeavor and did service without any of these facilities. Did any of those facilities exist then? But how much service took place at that time? At least quality souls emerged. The original jewels became ready at least. So those facilities are also attractive, facilities of science. It is not said to be wrong to use the facilities, but to forget your spiritual endeavor, that is sadhana, and to be occupied with the facilities, that is sadhana. That's what Baba is saying is wrong. The facilities are not the basis of the flying stage in your life, the Urti Kala. The spiritual endeavor is the basis of that, sadhana. So, what would be the result if you made facilities your support instead of your spiritual endeavor? So, उनको नहीं आधार बनाना साधन को, साधना को आधार बनाना. Because sadhana is avinashi, spiritual endeavor is imperishable. And so, what would be the result? We have 2 more minutes. Let me see how much we can finish. Bab Dada is asking you children a question. By when will each of you make yourself complete and perfect? Don't look at others. And this is where carelessness creeps in. Albelapan. Others are also doing this. So what does it matter if I also do? No, I have to make myself complete. How much time do you need for that? Should we keep an account of that or not? This is a gathering, and the Father knows that in a gathering you have to hear a lot and you have to consider a lot. Many things in a gathering will come in front of you. It would never be that you become complete when the situations end. But as you move forward, the form will definitely change. Situations will come. Just look how many things there will be in the last paper. The situation should not be seen, only Baba should be seen. I'll write to say here that Baat Badaya, Baap Bada. Baat means many situations, many things will come. But only look at Baba, follow Baba. Whenever he switches on his TV in the subtle region, all the children, whether in this land or abroad, whether in the villages or big cities, they should all be seen as in their complete form as king children. That's the title. This is the elevated desire the Father has for each child. So will all of you become Asha ke Deepak, lamp of Father's hopes? Don't raise hands just like that, thinking Let me file a letter in the file that says yes, no. Let it be final. Beautiful words. File mat jama karo, final bano. Acha. So majority raised their hands, and then Baba said he will now become the teacher and keep checking. And then Baba was looking at the residents from abroad, which means the double foreigners. So he's asking Dadi Janki to speak on behalf of them. Now there's still time. There are 5 to 6 months. Otherwise, you can do this. And I'll just finish this last para. That sorrow is increasing a lot nowadays. You're not hearing the sound which Baba is saying of the souls who are crying in sorrow. People have now completely become disheartened and have no courage at all. Just as scientists are able to send their instruments wherever they want, the same way you have to increase service to the mind. That's what we all have to do now. And then finally, I'll finish off with this. Baba said, now for 1 minute, as it is, we spend a minute here, all of us. Let's do this drill, which Baba said. Spread your light and might into the world with your stage of being a light and might house. Acha, continue to have such practice whilst doing your work. So with this, I end here, and again we'll spend a minute in silence, absorb of what Baba has told in this Murli. Then we can start your sharings. I'll stop sharing the screen. Thank you. So you can start sharing.
Om Shanti, brother. Baba today's tell about Bhav, Bhavana and Swabhav. So can you make it detail about that, brother? So is that related with the intellect?
Okay, so I must not say related to the intellect. It was just these 3 Hindi words, beautiful words to explain. So Nimit, Nirmanchit, and Nirmal Vani. That was Dadi Prakashmani's slogan. So Dadi Prakashmani used to say this all the time. As for Brahma Baba, we say Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirankari because that was his slogan. So these 3 apply to 3 things. Bhav is my intention, my consciousness of being an instrument all the time. Is that my intent when I'm serving? So that's Bhav. Bhavna is my feeling, what I'm thinking. So whatever I think, a feeling will be liberated. That's what Baba said, keep your feelings always Nirman Chit. Nirman means very humble, humility, full of humility. And third is your nature. How do I speak? And what is my sort of Nirmal Vani is my speech, and Nirmal Swabhav. That is my Swabhav, my nature. That means. So, not related to the intellect, all these 3, but these are just 3 things in which we come, through which we come in interaction with each other, right? And the intent is bhav, the feeling is bhavna, and the swabhav is nature. I hope it's clear.
Thank you, brother. I thought Nirman is new creation or
Yeah, exactly. So that is nirman, and this is nirman. Man means ego, like man, which you can say, if I can say an, and an nirman. Nirman karna, sthapna karna, that is renewal work of establishment or renewal. So you're right, but this is nirman chit. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Om Shanti, brother. Om Shanti.
Yes, Om Shanti, go ahead. Yes, sister.
I like the word accumulation. Like, of course, if I have to increase the service of the mind, Baba has given, when Baba spoke to Murli, I remember just taking in this yesterday itself, like accumulation is, are you just using it? Or are you using it and increasing it? And how can my percentage go to 100%? If I am 100% clear in my thoughts, words, deed, so I have to check my thoughts, words, deed, and then that list of contentment which he gives, with whatever service you're doing, is the self contented, the souls whom you serve are contented, your service companions are contented, and even those who saw or heard you serving, contented. I think that one paragraph really gave me a lot of scheme to accumulate my account. Then that fakur I get, I have no fikr. That one paragraph of accumulation. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. I like that point, that complete and perfect. Then we should not look others, because carelessness will creep in. Situation should not be seen. Only Father Baba has to be seen. That point I like, brother. Thank you.
Om Shanti. I liked that Papa said how many treasures of power we accumulated. Sometimes the powers are not emerging when especially it is needed, and it is coming after when the situation is already took place, and then we think back, sometimes, and then we feel that, okay, I should have used this power or that, or this knowledge should have been better. But it's sometimes it doesn't come at the time of need. So I understand it's because of the parakneki shakti, or power to discriminate, that we are lacking. So that's something we need to understand and apply more and more. Om Shanti. Another touching point that Papa said is easiest way to make effort is to give blessings. Give blessings is nothing but receiving blessings. So in this way also we can accumulate a lot of accumulate our treasure store. Thank you. Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother. Another point is, at the end, if we are successful in whatever we are doing as we want, then as per the orders, in a second we'll receive the pass marks. That is also a very good point, brother. Thank you.
Just to add one more point, brother. Like after what you spoke about, am I Nimit Nirmal Nirman? That was one point which he said to touch. Second, he asked us to check all our treasures, whether it's powers, whether it's virtues, whether it's service, relationship, and connections, to check that. But the new point which he took was about establishment, complete, and inheritance. For that, as somebody just shared, look at the self. Don't look at situations. Only Baba should be seen. Follow Father. And then he ended with, for making your intellect clear, finish your eye, the two eyes, and keep one eye. I think this four things for checking also needs a lot of homework to be done. Om Shanti.
Another thing is, Om Shanti, Papa asked us to increase the practice of going beyond sound in a second. Papa also said that physically we are able to do it, like whenever we want or wherever we want, we are able to place our physical organs, I guess, wherever we want and whenever we want. But similarly, we are not able to. I mean, the practice is required to go beyond sound in 1 second and stabilize ourselves in that stage. So homework is required there also in order to have that stable stage. Om Shanti.
Thank you for your sharings. So if it's done, then we can sit in some meditation and again try to be in what Baba did the drill today of being in the stage of light and might. So I'll just, should I announce it? No, I'll just announce it after meditation, right? The announcements for Sunday. So I'll just play some soft music, and in the meantime, you can create your own thoughts and commentary about how to be situated in the light might stage. So, announcement for Sunday's program. So, this Sunday we'll be having with us Sister Neerja, who's the center coordinator at Malad West, senior Rajyoga teacher, and she'll be covering Create Faith with Faith. Same time, Sunday morning, 5 to 5:45 a.m. Okay, thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Manoj Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. Let's experience this practice of the stage of light and might, as Baba mentioned yesterday, for the whole day, and we should meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister.